Freak Show, Wild 94.1. That's a big tune right here from Miss Faith Evans. It's a brand new exclusive. It is the 10 Wife Commandments with her and B.I.G. I gotta love it, man. I'm telling you, the King and I, May 19th. I hear C's just pulling up too. This is a celebration, man, and it feels good. May 19th is gonna roll us into the summer, and the summer's right when Big and Faith on the radio.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just you put the top down and just bob to it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy. And it's so dope, too, because, like, you got, like, the locks on here. You got Bust you was talking about with the verse and everything. Like, I mean, you got real, like, representatives who, like, really did it with Big. And you like, when people put out albums now, they think, let me go get the young, you know, like, you got kids that listen to people like the Littles and the Littles. The little yachties and the littles. You know what I'm saying?
All
the little
respect,
youngins
all
and
respect
stuff.
to the, you know, current artists of this millennial generation. I mean, you know, no disrespect, no, but this album in particular was certainly, you know, the spirit of it is about. First of all, I didn't even know I would end up having as many features until I got into creating the album. Like, oh, this feels like.
Were you really surprised though? Like, because I mean, people came through the woodwork probably to get on this.
Well, right. Well, it wasn't hard to get features, but when I was talking about the album initially and it coming out last year or the year before, you know, I was like, well, I'm not necessarily trying to redo the Duets album in terms of just having a bunch of features, but the ones that are here obviously make sense because they had a relationship with Big. They just make sense in the scheme of the story of Big and I.
Yeah.
There were some suggestions initially from the label side, oh, you should get such and such and such. And I'm like, well, yeah, I love them. They dope. And it ain't even just, you know, artists that are young or, you know, this generation, but it's just people that I'm like, well, what do they have to do with me and Big? That would just be reaching to put them on here because they are in rotation a lot. You know what I'm saying?
But that's that integrity,
and
though,
I don't really feel like I don't want to do that.
Way.
I don't want to do that.
That's dope, though. Like, I mean, because like business people move that way.
And
they're
I
like,
understand
you can sell many more.
But that
if we
wasn't the point for
this.
doing the album. I do want to sell albums, but I ain't even gonna lie. I'm very realistic about it because I put out 3 independent albums. So I mean, but thankfully before that, even I never based my success off of a commercial status or, you know, chart position and all of that stuff. So
that's major.
You know.
I love it.
Which current artists could you see Biggie kind of vibing to and maybe wanting to collab with, like artists that are out now?
I mean, I could think of a lot of them, to be quite honest. Yeah. I mean, you know, just even, for example, even though Bone wasn't of a different time or generation, but just how Big was able to get on the record with them and just, boom, transform into one of Bone. You know what I mean?
For real.
So,
that
I mean,
shocked the hell out of me because I was like,
he's
just
incredible like
Bone.
that. He could get on the record with anybody and do, you know, if he wanted to do it like them, but in his way. But, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of artists he would, you know, respect and get with and work with.
It's funny. I don't know if I told you this. I was doing a cruise and going back to Cali came on, and you know, I mean, must have been a lot of Cali folks on this cruise. I was like, I was jocking and talking noise over the record, and the one part when it's like NOTORIO. They got so mad because I misspelled notorious. They was pissed at me for a whole day. People walking by like, how you gonna mess up notorious? I'm like, goddamn, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, dog. I was faded. I was like, what? I was like, they was like so shook. It's like when you see people so passionate about like the wordplay, like you really get like a different vibe. You get like a different. You get a different kind of feeling when you think of these people and how they love the music that y'all put together. You know what I'm saying? Caesar Leo,
what's up?
What up, man?
What's good?
Is it early?
This guy, he's still on European time. He just came off a European little tour, so he
Come
must
on
be
in, man. Join the family, man. Yo, we in here toasting the homie, and we wanted to make sure that we got you in here. You know what I mean? So you could be on the left of the diva. She says she ain't a diva, but I'm giving her the diva status.
Fizzy right there.
Now, man. So what? Now tell me, in your opinion, what's the review of The King and I?
It's dope.
Pull your mic up. Pull your mic up.
It's a dope project. It's a special project, man. Listening to her collabo with B.I. It's something special. It's something different. You're gonna hear B.I. vocals in a totally different manner on this King and I project.
Now, I told her, I said, I really feel that it's like it's really an honor to see her like live up to the legacy of Big and not chase the little young the littles. I call them the littles. You know what I mean? Like the little MCs out there. Like now, I wanted to specifically ask you this because like there are artists out there now who are popping, you know, with the young audience, who like haven't heard a Pac or who haven't really heard a Big, and they're like, you know what I mean? Like when you hear that,
I think they do that for social media, but you know, for tweets and Instagram.
So you think it's fake like that? You know,
you know, you do that type of stuff for shock value to get attention and all that. How you don't know who Biggie and Tupac is?
Yeah,
because you know what I'm saying. Like there's certain artists I ain't gonna try and put them out there.
Maybe they don't know their
that.
music though. Maybe they know they're aware of, you know.
A lot of these people grow up in different cities, different places, to where their music is different from ours.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, so a Biggie might not be on somebody's radar that's in a Georgia or a certain part of Florida. You know what I mean? Like different people, music travel different places. You know what I mean? Like y'all big on Boosie, stuff like that out here. We're more bigger on the, you know, probably more East Coast artists. You know, on our side. So it could be that, or it could just be sometimes they're just, you know.
That ain't what they grew up listening to in their house.
Let me break the internet. And
it's still surprising, though.
They go viral off it.
Yeah, because every time they say it, we down here like, what? Like disrespectful.
You're on the radio talking about it. Yeah. You know, you're on blogs and you're on websites talking about it. So, you know, that's the new day and age of the era today. They're more fishing for viral attention.
It's major right here, man. Just sitting here, man, with both of y'all, it's just like, it's just doing my heart good. Davey, what you want to say?
There's like a rumor that I've been hearing for a really long time. Faith, are you from Lakeland?
I was born in Lakeland.
What? Really?
Polk County?
I thought that was just like made up.
No,
like,
I was born in Lakeland General Hospital. My mom and my you know, my mom's family are all from Dade City, which is in Pasco County. A lot of them still live there, like 70% probably of my family. Well, all up and down the state, but a lot of them are from Dade City.
Oh, see, look at that soul. See, I knew that soul.
So shout out to my family, because I only got to see one of my cousins, but you know, I'm out here working.
Where do you guys have Christmas? Do you travel here, or are they going up to see you?
I can't even tell you any Christmas I've been here.
No.
Really?
I don't remember. Maybe when I was really young, like a toddler, but...
Yeah, it's dope. You could be in the pool here. You should try that. What you mean? December 25th.
I barbecue on Christmas in L.A. I mean, it's a nice place to be, actually.
It's a very nice place to be. All right, we got Faith Evans in the building. We got Lil C's in the building. All right, now we were talking about the kind of rollout of all these stories after Big is gone. You know what I mean? Like the movie and you know and everybody with their stories and everything else. As his man, I mean,
now that's what I was gonna say. He was right there. Even when I wasn't messing with Big and I was mad at him, he was always right there with him.
Well, like first of all, for Faith, would you before you cuss out Big, would you cuss out C's? Because C's was there.
No, I never played it like that.
Okay, because I mean, you got to get the guy that was there
you know
was guilty with him.
If he wasn't with Big and he was at home, I might need them for something too. They used to always help me out. Like so, I'd be like, yo,
we wasn't in charge. We were just more like, you know,
soldiers.
We had to just sit back and just.
I had to roll with Big.
I didn't see that.
I didn't put them in that position.
That was not me, Faye. I was not there, but she never put us in that though. She understood. She knew, like, you know what, the little guys ain't got nothing to do with that.
That's major. But now that we're here and all of these stories come about, because you so stand up with the homie, like, does it feel like you're being disingenuous when you take part in these conversations now? Like, you like, why am I ratting on my dog? Like, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like challenged in the kind of way? Like, I shouldn't really be talking about this, because if Big was here, he slapped me.
Nah. I mean, because that's you know, he's not here now, so you know those rules are gone now.
And by now we know what it is anyway.
She be finding out stuff. I still keep it zipped. Like, you know what? I don't know what you talking about.
That's the homie right
I don't know. That was like a long time ago. I don't know if I can recollect that memory. You know, them days is over though. Now it's like, you know, we took over that, and the whole main thing is just to keep his legacy alive in the biggest and the most positive way we can. And you know, that's all we out here trying to do. Just maintain, make sure nobody forget who he was, what he stood for, what he represented.
When you walk down the block and people still give you the yo, like, I mean, because like, I'm not from New York, and different scenes of New York play in my mind. But when I saw Big's funeral procession and everybody was pumping the Big songs, and everybody's on the top of the buildings, and it's like it was like a love fest. It was like Mardi Gras in New York. Like, you don't see that kind of love damn near for presidents. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just that moment. Take me back to what you felt because of the pain. I know that part. But when you saw that kind of thing, that had to be even shocking for you growing up in that.
It definitely took some pain away from it, just to see that love. It kind of just took your mind off of what was actually going on.
It was
at
like
that
a
time.
rainbow,
Really?
on top of the clouds.
Just for that little bit of time, you was just really happy and you was cool because you seen the turnout. You know what I mean? Like, his funeral was in the city and they had a
all the way from Manhattan to
city
Brooklyn. It wasn't just y'all
to
saw
Brooklyn.
just Brooklyn.
They had a highway
but
closed
all
off.
the way, every
Wow.
bridge, people hanging out of office buildings.
Helicopters. They let the kids out for half a day to come out.
Wow.
Yeah.
You let
To
the kids
celebrate.
out on half a day
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Big. Big would be proud of that.
beautiful.
Big would be like, they let him out of school for your
So
boy.
we didn't expect none of that. When we was driving, we was driving through the service and everything. We didn't expect to see all them people out there. So when we got to Brooklyn and like see these people on top of the cars, you couldn't even see the cars that was parked. People outside their window on the roof. That just made you feel better. It was just like, all right, they really had genuine love for Big. You don't see that until situations like that happen, which is sad. You know what I mean? But that definitely cheered us up, especially his moms too. His
Yeah,
moms,
definitely.
that
Big shout
made it
out to
feel
Valetta.
good.
Yo, now I asked Faye this too. I said, well, what's the one part of Big that you wish people saw?
His personality, I think his sense of humor. I don't think that got seen enough. How funny he was, how cool he was. Like, he didn't do that. He didn't do that for the camera too much.
That's what I'm saying. Like on the camera, you like be scared to like say something to Big. Like you like, man, I don't want to go over there. I don't want to ask him for a selfie. Like I don't think selfies was popping there, but you damn sure can ask Big for a selfie. Y'all making it sound like we could have just went up and got a selfie.
No, you could have. You could have. There's a lot of people that testament that did it, and they got everything they wanted. He was very approachable. You know what I mean? Very cool and open to the people. You know what I mean? You didn't get to see that a lot when he was around, but that's definitely who he was. In the video, the legacy video, you'll see his true character.
What's this about a hologram?
Well,
How much money we got put in on it? I got $5 on it.
we are in development. I mean, in business with a company that's developing a hologram. But when it's going to be ready to be used, into what capacity and how we're going to use it, hasn't really been determined yet.
Wow.
I mean, I was hoping in some way to be able to use it in conjunction with the project, but I really don't know when.
Y'all need a stand-in. I'm round and brown.
It takes a lot of money. It's a lot of factors to consider. I kind of defer to Miss Wallace on it. She did tell me I could use it for the project, but I was shocked she even said okay to doing one because a few years ago she wasn't interested. So, we'll see.
Holograms get really expensive. I heard
It's
up
very
into
expensive.
millions.
But then
she
you
got
want
it
to
in the
be
closet somewhere.
really, smart about how you use it, I guess, too. So again, I don't really know how we're gonna end up using it, but it will at some point.
That's
I'm
still
sure.
cool.
I just always think back because as far as you gotta know, C's, you ain't fat enough. You round, you ain't. For us fat guys, Big is it. When Big could pull Faith Evans, all of us went to school different. Like, hey baby, hey, once you go fat, you never go back, baby. You know what I'm saying? You see what Big got, so Big gave a lot of big guys swag. Yeah. So if you look at all of the T-shirts and all of today I got on Snoop and Big. It's like you see Big's face on a lot of stuff. I'm in that Brooklyn Mint T-shirt thing that was popping back in the day when I was I had every color, and I was like, fat guys got laid off of Big. So y'all got to put out some big man shirts and say, hey, big guys, embrace this.
That was his original intent for Brooklyn Mint, was to be for big and tall guys.
Yes, and then y'all got to live that up. C's, pick it up, dog. Let's go. I got $5 on yours too. I'm giving $5 on everybody's outfit.
Well, Brooklyn Mint is still. We have a deal with a merchandise guy, so there are still some shirts. Obviously, it's not what Big wanted it to be, because I'm sure if he was here, he would have saw it as a full fashion line.
Right.
I don't want to be in the fashion business personally, so I'm not gonna tell you unless some offer came along that we thought made sense, and the guy who we hired to handle that stuff to attach his name to. But
there's a lot of paper out there getting made. I'm just saying.
But and then on that note, there's a lot of shirts out here. We don't really police. I wear some of them that but it's cool.
You got to be a bold dude to bootleg a shirt to Faith Evans.
Well, no, I get a lot of them. There's a lot of my friends
they really do.
There's a lot of our friends who actually make things with Big's image, and it's not really legal to.
They just ask you.
I would hide if I saw C's walking into the flea market and I was selling big stuff that wasn't official. I'd be like, oh, you need to put this on.
People are bold to do do it though. People send me Biggie
They
shirts
do it
all
all
the
the
time.
time.
I'm like, all right. If it's dope, I might send it. I might send it to the family. I might go ahead. You know what? They might want to work with that.
Or you might
But
wear it to
see,
the
no,
club.
that's
If you're
the
not being
thing.
generous, I might send the wolves towards you.
But they don't really approach it like
Shirts.
that
You don't
most
give me
of the time.
100.
Yeah, give me them shirts.
Yeah, it can get sent. If it ain't Tiana Wallace, Notorious, like I got on right now, it'll be something different.
That's major right there. Now, and I did tell her that I love the fact that you guys have helped CJ and Tiana know the legacy of it because they're royalty. They're, you know what I'm saying? Like you protected that class, and it's like can't nobody roll up like TMZ roll out in LA on all kind of kids. You don't never see Big's kids get rolled up on like the paparazzi. They're like, no, do you take pictures of them? Like, like you can get at Jay's baby before you can get at Big's kids.
My
Like,
kids
you know what I'm
avoid
saying?
that type of stuff. They're
Yeah,
not really
they don't
drawn
like
to
none
the
of that.
extraness. They don't like all of that.
Which is surprising because you would think that they would want a little
And they're in
bit.
music now too, so they want the publicity of
But
their
they weren't
projects.
raised like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want their own shine.
They
want
like,
their
we
own-
ain't even going to,
We trying to get them to do
they
stuff.
asked me to
You
do
gotta
as
beg
little as
them. You gotta,
possible.
like,
That's crazy because I saw like JD got the little show Rap Game where the kids like trying to get on, and one of the kids on there from Savannah, Camouflage. His daughter's on there, like her name is like based off of his name. Okay. She always wearing camouflage and everything else. And then when you say they're working on music but they want their own shine, that's really artistry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not trying to come in on the coattails of Big.
Yeah.
They're actually trying to like really like have their own staple.
Grow into their own status.
That's
yeah.
dope. That's really dope.
They won't use none of that. I be trying to get them to use it sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, you Big's daughter.
I wanted them to be in my video and just say some of his lines. They was like, nah, I'm
Really?
cool.
I'm cool.
No, straight up.
Hey, you need
I'm
some
cool.
people. I'm round and brown. I told you. All right. Now this is incredible. Like I just said, this is why I had you sign this, which was important. But when I first got into radio, like I first started really doing like good stuff. I was in Panama City. I told you this story when we found out you were coming in with Is Called. I was in Panama City on spring break covering MTV, and I just got to the point where it was like, yo, I can get artists to start coming through, whatever. And that was when we lost Big.
Yeah.
And that's when the music dropped and everything, because everybody, the whole summer, everybody was bumping Big. And I was like so shook. I was like, dog, now I done got to the radio. I can't sit across from Big. And so it's really dope to be able to ask these questions to y'all, because it's like he's here. You know what I'm saying? It's 20 years celebration of his passing and celebrating his life and everything. And The King and I drops on May 19th, and I think everybody who's a fan needs to pick that up. You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's incredible. I think you should agree. I think you should agree. Now, so what's next now? I mean, what's next from this project? Are we going to make some videos? Are we going to do what's your next plan?
I just
You're in
did a couple
control
of
of this.
videos. I did a video for the song with Snoop, which DJ Pooh directed. I did a video for the song called Legacy. I want to try and do visuals to as many as possible. Definitely gonna go on the road. We actually have a documentary about Big that we're doing with A&E Films that's coming out in June.
Really?
Just kind of a insight of him from like the stuff that you're asking, like what people don't know. Just little funny stories and stuff that you may know but just not haven't heard from this perspective. I'm actually working on a biopic based on my memoir also that's hopefully come out at the end of this year.
So do you get to pick who plays you?
Yeah. But we haven't gotten here yet. I just chose the screenwriter.
Some heat though. Like, I mean, you got pressure on you. If this girl gonna represent you, you better make sure this heifer right.
Well, I mean, you know what? Actually, Antonique Smith, who played me in Notorious, I think she did a really good job.
She did good. But I mean, we might be able to find somebody better. Were you happy with who they cast you with? Were you happy?
Mark
in the
Jeffries?
movie?
Yeah. That's my little partner, man. That's my little homeboy.
I mean,
and he was an official actor, so when they actually had him play me, I was like, all right, cool.
So
that
did he come to you to pick up like little? Because real actors like to get their whole like.
Yeah, I had to teach him how to roll weed.
I was gonna ask you that. Are you still the best out of the crew? Are you still the one?
Nah,
Nino.
I'm done.
That's Nino.
You had to pass the torch.
I don't want to do none of that. I like to sit in the back. some sunflower seeds, chill out. I'm a DJ. I'll play the music now. Like, let me see. Play the music. I retired from rolling. I got one lung left, man. Just from hanging out with
for
Dave.
real. That's true. Like, you ain't got time for all that.
Very
I hear
bad,
you.
yo.
Hey, well, you know what? I just thank y'all for spending time with us because they didn't know how this was going to go. I was like, yo, I just want to spend some time with them and to get on and just you know, as my country friends say, just love up on Big. You know what I'm saying? Just his legacy, just love up on him. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, just the fact that Big is so like, I mean, you go to all these different pockets, you go all over the world, and people love his music or love his legacy or seen the movie or like think they know you because they seen or heard you on the records, but they don't know, but your music has reached them, you know, the other countries and other parts of the country and stuff. So I just think that's a major thing, and I love to see it happen. So
No doubt. Thank
salute
you,
y'all and Big.
I appreciate that.
I mean, it is. It's great to just see the people that most of them only know him through his music, but the love that they have for him almost feels like it's the same love that we who knew him personally. You know?
Definitely.
And now you
That's a
know if they
beautiful
fat
thing.
guys, you like, I get it.
Well, let me tell you. No. I was going to add on to what you were saying, honey. There was a period of time, like, you know, probably when we were separated, but I would just notice, especially down south. And I would be in the club doing my little show and like, girl, do you notice all these big dudes with coochies and tangos on that's looking at me?
Versace shades.
Like they like, yo,
what up,
baby,
babe?
what up, baby? I know how you like it, baby. What's up? Yeah, I'm telling you, Big had a lot of girls went back to the party like, you know what, you ain't that fat. I want to get at you.
You're just pleasantly fluffy.
Exactly. Ain't nothing wrong with being plus with all of these sicknesses out there. You skinny dudes is the ones they looking at strange. They're like, nah, you too skinny. Give me that one with the man boobs. I want him right there. All right, y'all, make sure you go out and get this, man. May 19th.
May
be clear.
19th, the King and I.
It's the King and I. It's a big holiday.
You can
know what I mean?
pre-order it now, though.
You can pre-order that joint right now. Amazon?
Yes. Amazon, Apple, Google,
all that. Pre-order it. While you're
Tidal.
thinking about it now, get it ordered and do that. You know what I mean? Or else he's gonna send the wolves.
Send the wolves out.
You don't want that.
You don't want
Send
that.
the wolves out.
Faith and Lil C's, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
It's major, man. All right, we got to come back. We got more coming up. Hold on.